not going to go. So here we are back in Maine.
It's great to be here with you, Steve.
Yeah, you too, Bobby. It's always a pleasure.
It's fun, yes.
Yeah.
So you've been to a couple different locations this week, though, right? Where have you been?
We went down to Camden Harbor. We went to the Firefly Fire Engine Restoration Place.
Oh, yes, the antique fire engines. That's
and
great.
We spent the day at Acadia National Park yesterday, which people just love.
Nice. That's very nice.
And you've been in the studio this week.
I've been in the studio and location. The first day is really just kind of getting going on strobe lights and understanding about direction, quality, and depth of light, you know, what I always call the big three. Tuesday, they got to photograph models, most of them for the first time. And yesterday, we went to the harbor and we photographed real people. You know, people who are
strangers.
Strangers, yes, they were strangers. And it was very challenging, which is great because it's part of the process about learning how to overcome your own fears and the things that you need to work on and how you can improve. So by the end of the week, they really become great storytellers and I can't exactly say masters of light, or in my case, mistresses of light, since I have an all-women class, but we have been a wonderful, lovely ladies who light week.
I use this quote from Van Gogh that I love, where he said in a letter to his brother, he was trying to exaggerate the essential and leave the obvious vague.
That's interesting. I think we have a similar kind of a feeling about that, because when I talk to them about photographing, making portraits, it's trying to capture the essence. That kind of goes in with the you don't have to show everything to get the idea across, because it helps I think the viewer become more of a participant in the photograph.
Well, and that's what's absolutely critical. I always use the analogy of why do we always love the book that we read better than the movie that was made from it? Because our own imagination had to get called upon in order for the book to come alive.
That's a good point.
And I always try and make the argument that if you try and tell everything there is about the scene, first of all, you won't, because we're only talking about light as a language anyway. But you've got to find ways of leaving some ambiguity and intrigue in the photograph as well, because that allows the viewers to participate in the interpretation.
Yes. There is no such thing as this is the way you do it. Right. It really is about, it depends. It depends upon everything. and you have to make your decisions from there.
But just some of these folks, unfortunately, get so hammered with some of these rules, they think they're actually supposed to place every image on using the rule of thirds.
Exactly on that point, yeah.
And I really assault those with some degree of sarcasm, because I say, look, these are attempts to quantify human notions of beauty.
There's a spark inside of all of us. Whoever you are, anywhere on Earth, we're all here living on the planet right now together. My style is always direct. I like the interaction with the people. I like them looking at the camera, and then I work with them to help them be able to show me something of themselves.
When we go out photographing together, neither one of us photograph according to any sort of cliche or preconceptions.
Right.
We're just out there because stuff looks neat. And that's really, I think, that visual curiosity is fundamental.
It is that
what makes it interested in photography.
Yeah, it's that joy and it's that discovery, and I think that's part of why I'm a photographer, is that it is, in my sense, a way to discover the world. Right. So how's your time in Maine been?
It's been nice.
Yeah?
It's always nice to come back to the workshops, you know, meet the people, see old friends.
It's like summer camp for photographers.
And even as we're squeezing so much in, there still seems to be a different rhythm of time when we get here. And I don't know exactly how to explain that, but there's a
serenity here.
You know, maybe that's it. Maybe it's an underlying calm that's a little bit different than our normal day-to-day engagement in the complex lives we build.